How long you been doing this for? I know you've been doing a bunch of things.
Yeah, that's to say the least. I've started the podcast. I started accumulating things for the podcast in 2018. Cool. Do you need more volume, less volume?
No, you sound actually perfect.
Okay. And you can hear yourself good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, test one. Yeah.
Okay.
Sound weird?
That's what everybody thinks, but you're good. Okay, make sure we're recording. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Oh yeah, one more. Sorry. Damn it.
You need to have a checklist, bro.
I know, dude. Shit, that's a good idea.
Maybe just have like your setup checklist of just...
Be 100% ready.
Well, just to help you out, you know?
Yeah, no, that's facts. Welcome to Ordinary Joe's Extraordinary Stories, a podcast that shines a light on ordinary people and their extraordinary stories. From small towns to big cities, we're sharing the real, raw, and inspiring moments that connect us all. Because every voice matters. Every story counts. This is Ordinary Joe's Extraordinary Stories.
Yeah, I have this, me and two buddies of mine, we have a life meeting every Saturday morning.
What does that mean?
So it's a level 10 meeting, and it's like a time schedule. It takes 60 minutes. We have goals that we hit, like we have like weekly goals.
Okay.
And then we have quarterly goals, and we also we journal every day, like between the three of us on this public journal form. Okay. So we can read each other's journals, and then at the end of the week we use the AI. Like my buddy, he made us this prompt. It's like this huge prompt, and it basically analyzes your journal entries, and it gives you like cool how your week went, like the positives, negatives, what you need to work on, things like that, and then it just that back out and like bullet points for us. And then, but yeah, I started sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, keep going. Keep going. I'm recording this. So.
Oh, so then we go through all this like weekly, and then we just check in with each other, and then we at the end of the meeting we rate the meeting, like it's like a 1 to 10 scale, and then just in the end like what the benefits we took out of it for the week. And but we hit this every Saturday, and if we can't do it we switch it to like a Sunday morning, but it's like my one thing I do every week. But
religion.
Yeah, but because it's just because like we got to the point where like, you know, you get to an age and you're like, what am I doing? Like, what do I want to do? Or like, is there things I want to get done? And like, I think everybody has that procrastination.
That's fair.
Feel into like, oh, I want to do this, but you never do it. You know what I mean? Like, you never do it. There's so many things that you say you're gonna do, you never do. So this kind of we hold each other accountable. Like I started my own business because of this. I have
That's freaking cool, dude.
So I work IT for this company, this local company. We actually just got bought out. And then once that happened, I was like, I need to start thinking about something. So I added this to my agenda, and so I started a company called Smart. I'm gonna plug myself.
Yeah, please do.
It's called smarthandsnm.com, and you can go to there, and if you need IT help, it's just a consulting company. Like I'll do like small business, personal. Like even if you just have a question. Like I'm gonna help you out after this.
Nice, love it.
But yeah, that's what I said. But it's really nice. Like, and then it was even cool because like all last year's we've been heavy into AI for a long time, me and my buddies, and it was cool because he got all our journals for the entire year, and he used AI to make a podcast out of it. So it's actually it's actually funny. So it's like a guy and a girl like interviewing each other or talking about me through my journals. Over the last year, on this podcast, like thing, it's super sick. So
that's crazy.
Yeah.
So what is that? Plug that.
I It's just it was just like a thing he did for us.
For you guys.
Yeah. It was our Christmas gift. Like he made
cool.
he made like because he has access to our journals. Like we have access to each other. So
right.
So and we read each other's journals and check in with each other daily. So it's a.
So that's just a life goals thing. That's not like something for work or for some specific category. It's just
I call it our life meeting.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and it's just something we do every day, and then once every quarter we all get together like live, like for like a meal or.
Cool.
We're like kids, dude. We'll celebrate our birthdays and like we'll have a sleepover at one of our houses, and we'll just like have a live meeting the next morning, like a Saturday morning, and eat breakfast and stuff and. Or have a meal. I don't know. We make it a point to just get together because like one of my buddies, he was working with me and he actually invested in really well in crypto and
oh wow.
And he finally was like his main goal was like he would always want to be a writer. So he's been not working for like over a year now. He's writing a novel and like
damn.
And like that's all he does. So like part of his goals are like working on his novel. Like he needs so many words a day. He works on different things and
interesting.
Super cool, yeah. And then my other buddy he's doing the same thing. He's like learning Japanese. He's developing a game.
So cool.
So like we just
game development.
Yeah.
Nice.
So just we all have our own thing, but like we keep each other accountable with our goals and stuff like that. So it's been cool. It's like something. It's definitely like I don't know, like you got to be accountable for work and stuff. So why not be accountable for
life?
Your life, because like you don't want to, like you want to enjoy it and have fun.
I can fully vouch for that. I know that like when I was starting this podcast, I don't know if you said you listened to that episode, but when you get to the point where I was like, okay, I'm talking about this and I keep talking about it and, you know, I kind of have that, like I've got, go back a little bit here. I don't think I'm definitely not religious at all, but I do subscribe to the whole karma thing. And I feel like manifesting your own destiny, that's a real thing. And, you know, like fake it till you make it or just keep thinking about it until it happens, things like that. Well, I was that with this podcast. I was like, it's going to happen. I'm going to do it. I'm going to make it. But this was like, man, like years in the making. I was talking about it for years and years. And then finally I got to the point where I was like, well, I've talked about it a lot, but I'm not actually taking any steps to actually make it happen. So it's kind of on me now that it's not going. So
yeah.
So then I was like, all right, fuck it. I sat down one day and loaded up some video and started editing. And I was like, cool, I have the first episode. I'm going to release this. And then I'm holding myself accountable because if people start watching this and I'm not regularly putting out episodes, well, then, you know, it's obvious failure. And then, that's when I discovered that I had to start over with my naming and all that good stuff. But yeah, I like that accountability. That's really cool.
Yeah, I'll send you a link of like my template for like the agenda. But it's good to just like even something cool that you and your wife can like do like be like, hey, let's check in every week. Like
just see where we're at.
Yeah, and just be like, what do you?
Well, we kind of have a lot of life goals put together. Similar, like we're doing a lot of world travel and whatnot lately. We went to Egypt in 2023 and spent a couple weeks there exploring the whole country. And coming up in May, we're going to Athens and we're going to do a cruise that goes through Montenegro, Croatia, Turkey, and then all the Greek Isles. And then we're going to spend a couple days afterwards in Athens, just seeing all the old historic stuff. So
that's sick, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And in 22. God, or 23. God, the year's been flying by. It's already 25. Yeah, 23 was the last big trip we went on. Me and my best friends went to Thailand.
No shit, how was that?
Vietnam. It's so fun, dude.
Yeah?
It's so cool.
How long did you spend over there?
2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. Yeah.
And just doing the historic stuff? Or?
Yeah, because I don't know if you remember my friend Patricia. She's a massage therapist, but she actually
gonna have to hit up her services too.
Yeah, you should. She's like honestly, I'm not bragging because she's my friend, but like she is like solid. Like she's like everybody I go to, they're like that's like the best I ever had.
Well, plug her real quick.
Yeah. Her name's Patricia Martinez. You can go to coramore.net.
There you go.
She's awesome. I don't know where I should be looking.
Anywhere, man. These are all recording you, so.
Just kidding.
Well, real quick before we keep going, I'm gonna just go ahead and introduce this. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Ordinary Joe's Extraordinary Stories. I've got another Joe for you guys today. This is Hanj, otherwise known as Alejandro Lozoya. This is another old friend of mine going back. I know so many of you Lozoyas. This is a trip because well, anyway, I met you through Javi probably 2014, 2012-ish, around there. And what's weird is I know your cousin Alex and his sister Brenda. Well, I haven't talked to them in forever, but I do. That was my first Lozoyas, and then I met Javi in high school, and then you right afterwards. So I'm collecting Lozoyas on the side.
It's funny is I like also I knew who you were in high school. You were like you were older than me. Like you were upperclassman.
Oh, that's
and
weird.
I think the first time I saw you was I thought you were awesome because there was a guitar concert one year, and you were playing all kinds of like covers like for the guitar concert. I was like, I thought it was awesome. I admire any musician, anybody who has musical.
I didn't even know that. We've never even spoken about that.
I finally met you after through Javi.
What a trip!
My cousin,
dude. Wow,
small world.
Yeah, crazy small world. That's nuts. I didn't know that. That's
I graduated in 2002 from Capital.
Huh. So you were 2 years behind me.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
There's so many Lozoyas. How many of you guys were there going to the Capitol at the same time?
I don't know. I think there's still
there's still Lozoyas there.
Yeah, I think all of us went there.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, well, on that note, I met you through Javi, and we've been friends ever since through, technical stuff you've helped me with in the past, and then just hanging out and car stuff, and through Javi. You don't live with Javi anymore, do you?
No.
Okay, so you live in downtown Santa Fe?
Yeah, I live off I live in South Capitol.
How do you even afford life, bro?
No, well, I actually I got really lucky because my girlfriend's sister bought a house down there.
Oh, cool.
And then I feel like 3 months later she got engaged. Then they bought a house here in Placitas.
Oh, wow.
So she just had a house, but I think she was gonna try to get what are those management companies to take care of the house. Property management.
Property manager, okay.
Yeah, just to take care of the house and do stuff, and she was gonna have to pay a bunch of money, and so. But then I was at the time I was like I need to get my own spot, you know what I mean? And so she was like, I was all, you still have your place? She's all, oh, that'd be awesome. Like you could basically be the property manager kind of.
Wow.
And then so I pay a decent amount and she just takes care of
like an affordable amount.
Yeah, she takes care of me and my girlfriend lives with me, so it's a family house, I guess you could say.
That's cool.
And then her mom lives like one street over, and her house is beautiful downtown, and I just love it I don't even know. People ask how are you living down there, and I'm like, look.
Yeah. No, I believe it.
But it's a beautiful. I love Santa Fe, downtown Santa Fe. It's like I walk everywhere. Like she gets to walk everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
we lived at the by the train park. What is? Oh, basically the corner of Cerritos and St. Francis.
Yeah.
We lived there for a year. We rented a house from one of my old coworkers up at the labs. And we loved that area because, it was nice. We would take our dogs walking through the park right there and just being close to all the cultural stuff. But Santa Fe has changed a lot, and I feel like there's a big shift in like they're catering to
tourists and
tourism and rich people.
It's like
it's very gentrified now, and they're pushing anybody who's middle to lower class out of Santa Fe.
Oh yeah, that's how I feel.
They're all pushing towards the south side, and that's why I mean, I have a buddy who owns a couple of houses up in Los Alamos, and I mean, that's really expensive up there. But Santa Fe's been like neck and neck with Los Alamos prices recently. Seriously. It's crazy.
Yeah, I've been trying to find a house the last 2-3 years, and it's just
can't afford them.
The house I'm living in, she bought it for $300,000.
Oh wow!
and you know how much it's over 500 now, and I'm like, it's not even 1,000 square feet.
Damn. Yeah, no, I believe it.
I'll tell you when I walked in your house, I'm like, dude, when did you move into a castle?
Well, that's funny because even my friends who have had houses established in Santa Fe for a long time, even in not the greatest neighborhoods, not ghetto, but not the greatest neighborhoods, their houses are worth more than mine, and they're way smaller.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I've looked at houses out here, and I'm like, God, for
That
price,
that was a big reason for us moving out here was, the cost of living, affordability, and whatnot. Because this house we paid $420 for, and
nice.
it's well worth it. But since we bought it, like, then the housing market went up, and so this has gained value and whatnot. But anyways,
Life, yeah.
life. That's crazy. Okay, so you have a crazy story, a life story. You battled cancer, and you're a winner. You're one of the few, the elite.
I guess. Yeah.
Let me walk me through what that looked like. That story from the time of diagnosis to when you've actually, well, today. I mean, what's I know you're still probably battling it. That's never ending battle, right?
Yeah. Like, well, there's always like the like battle scars. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
for sure. It started like in geez, God, it's forever ago. And in 2010, like at the end of 2010, I started like just like just woke up one day and I was super tired still after like getting up, full night's sleep. I was like I couldn't understand like I was heavy. I used to weigh like I'm still little chubs,
No, you're looking good, bud.
but I was like I used to weigh like about like 270, like something like that. Like I was a big guy, and like and I started cutting weight. I didn't want to eat anything. I started going to see doctors. They're running blood work, do tests, and I was run down all the time. There was even points like where I would be at work and I just put my head on my desk and I'd pass out. I wouldn't realize it, and I'd like wake up and be like, it'd be like 20, 30 minutes go by and I'm like, what the hell? Like,
Jeez.
and I was just there like kind of, and I was never like big on like the doctor or.
Sure.
I was always like, I don't need the doctor. I was that guy, you know what I mean? And then
Sure.
I was like, I'll if I'm gonna go out this way is how I'm gonna go out. That was me all the time. Like
I hate that.
people would always be like, don't do that. I'm like, this is how I'm gonna go out. This is how I'm gonna go out. And like, now I walk on.
Be cautious. Yeah.
Now I'm like, hey, like, it's not. People don't say things for just no reason.
Right.
Know? So So then around like early January, I started just feeling really down. Like they were finally doing all kinds of tests, and then I went in for like they did blood work one day. The doctor was like, your liver function's like elevated. Like we should check that out. Should do a biopsy. And so I went in for like it was a day procedure. It's like you go in.
What is that biopsy? What does that involve?
Oh, dude, it's they said it's equivalent to being shot with a 22.
Damn.
Yeah, it hurts, and you're awake. They don't even numb you or anything. They kind of like.
So what do they do?
So they you lay down on they take you in, they take you in the surgery room, and then they basically like they lay you down with like your arm above your head kind of deal, and then they kind of like look through your ribs, and then they do an ultrasound. They find your liver, and then they have like this long tube.
Oh God.
This skinny tube. Well, no, it doesn't go in or anything, but it's like it's basically. Have you ever used those little electronic things where like you push the button and like three little like
Yes.
prongs come out to pick little things up?
Like a grabber.
It's basically that, and then they
fuck.
they angle it because your liver is just like this piece of meat in there. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So like, and they aim it at that, and then they basically shoot it, and it goes. And then and it like hits you and it like knocks your wind out kind of, and like you're just like, but it goes in and grabs a little piece, and then like and then they have it, and then like you sit there, they bring you some food, a meal to like recover because you fasted like forever, and then they check on you, they check your vitals, and like, all right, put a Band-Aid on and send you on your way.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And but like I was there. This was the critical part. Like when I was there, like it was supposed to be in and out thing, and like they sat me up like in the bed, and I just passed out, and they were like, and they laid me back down, like, you all right? And I was like, oh yeah, I don't know what's up, and then so they're like, we'll just keep you here for a while. Maybe you got like stressed out or something, and then like 30 minutes to an hour later, they come back in and they were like, all right, I think you're good to go. You should be able to go. So they brought like a wheelchair out to wheel me out, and I got out of the bed. I was like sore, definitely sore, and then like sat in the chair, and then I just remember like my sister just like yelling, Alex, Alex, and I just remember like
going to black.
Oh, fuck.
And then I woke up and I was in the ER. And I was like, what is happening? And like, because like the procedure where I did this was at like across the street from the hospital at like a specialty place.
Holy crap.
And then so like thank God the hospital was across the street. And so I was in the ER. They were rushing me. I just remember like opening my eyes and I was like being rushed in. And I remember it was pretty wild because like my boss's wife at the time was an ER nurse.
Uh-huh.
And she, you know how like it's crazy. I commend like nurses and like EMTs because like it's one thing to be helping people and like get in action, but when she saw me, like she knew me and like she immediately like she was supposed to be drawing my blood and she was trying to get the needle in, but tears were just pouring down her face and I was like, I don't know. I was like, just do it. I was like, yeah, I know you. I was like, do what you got to do. And she was just like trying to like put an IV in, and it was a whole thing. And then what ended up happening was,
dude, that.
Yeah.
the emotion involved in that, like, definitely got to commend nurses because that's got to be really difficult seeing somebody, you know, in that state. And then you know you have to do things, but like there's this emotional attachment that goes deeper, and that's got to be rough.
And then what had happened was I guess I didn't have like, you know how like you use, I think it's don't correct me, medical people out there, but I think it's like the white blood cells, like they help you helps like scab and like clot blood so you don't bleed out.
Okay.
So like and like, you know, when you cut yourself, like your body starts like healing itself right away, like, and then like dries up and over time it heals up.
It's anemia when you don't, right?
Yeah. And then so my body, like when they did that thing, it was supposed to start healing itself, but it wasn't. It was just, I was just internally bleeding.
Oh, fuck, no way.
So, yeah. And so like, so I had like low blood count, like I had low white blood cells, all kinds of stuff. And they were like, it was because of that procedure they found out that I had leukemia. But it was like, it was ALL, acute lymphoblastic leukemia. So it was throughout my entire body because your lymph nodes are just like, it's like string theory. It's like you just have these strings going through your body with a bunch of little like nodes, and so it was just all that going. So it was like it was throughout my whole body, and then I was just a spiral. It was actually on my sister's birthday, so it was her.
Oh my god!
So that's how I remember it. But yeah, it was just a spiral of just, they had to just throw me in the ringer, like they were like, because it was going on for so long, like since the previous year I was doing all this testing, like it was like just like they couldn't figure out anything else because it was like it would like show up. It was like playing hide and go seek.
Oh,
it would like show up and go away, kind of. So like they were like, we don't know what is happening.
So real quick, and I'm sorry if I'm ignorant on this, but there's stages, right? Like stage 1 through 4 or whatever.
Yeah.
What were you?
I don't even know.
Okay.
Like, I can't even tell you, like, honestly, because it was like they were just to the point where they were like, you're at critical, like,
fuck.
Yeah. So they were just like, because usually like when they say, do you want to do chemo? They were like, we have to do chemo. So they just started giving me like chemo like immediately, like it was just the whole thing. And then but what was crazy was they were like, oh, you're young, because I was 26 like when I got diagnosed. I was going on 27. I turned 27 during that time, and they were giving me chemo. They were checking, like, and what's interesting is chemo. Everybody thinks it's a medicine. It's actually a poison. It's like, I don't know if you know this, like.
I mean, chemo sounds like chemicals. So
yeah,
like I can imagine.
It's literally like a bunch of different medicines, and what they do is like your body's built from like your spinal cord, like all the stem cells make you who you are, like, and that's what's generating outwards. You know what I mean? Okay. And so like they were giving me chemo, and basically it's killing everything inside to start over. Like,
oh wow,
they're like resetting you. They're like turning. It's like they're turning the switch off and then on again. Like they're just like with while you're alive still. You know what I mean? Like everything is like, all right, shut everything down. No, reboot.
That's really funny because that works along with what you do for a living very well.
It's like
it doesn't work. Shut it off.
Yeah.
Okay, turn it back on. Did that work?
Yeah, but and that's basically what they were doing, and like so they give you chemo and then they wait and then they check and they're like to see if the cells are growing back normal.
Damn.
And that's basically what chemo's like a roll of the dice. Like when people say they're going into chemotherapy, just like wish them the best and hope that good things come out, because like sometimes it does kill those cells to where they can't grow back and your body's strong enough to like heal itself while they're weak. And they gave me one chemo, and to top it off, since it was like through my system, they had to start they had to give me like spinal taps, because they had to give me chemo through like IVs, but then they also have to get, since I told you, it's from the source, so they had to give you a spinal tap to put chemo into your spinal, like into your spine.
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, into your spine to kill the cancer in there, so that your body doesn't keep growing the cancer.
Holy shit!
And so, so they did that, and then they have to extract like your spinal fluid to like test that, and that was like I remember like I went through a lot, but like I just commanded my family for like everybody was there. Like Javi would stay the nights with me all the time. Like my partner at the time, Patricia, she stayed with me every single night, dude. Like she's like she's the MVP of the whole everything. Like we're not together, but we're still like ride or die, like best friends to the end of time. Like
that's really cool.
Like we even when we even started seeing new people, it's like we're like the first thing that comes up, and we're like, we got a no condition like person in our lives that they're gonna be here no matter what. So if you're not comfortable with it, like it ain't gonna work. Yeah. So and that's where we're at. Like our partners are like super cool, and like, and we even we all went to a show last night here in Rio Rancho. Went to go see Joe Coy.
Oh yeah, how was that?
Dude, that was like our fourth time seeing him.
No kidding.
He like I highly recommend checking him out, because he's just a funny dude. Like,
okay.
He's hilarious. But yeah, so
real quick before we move on, I want to roll back a little bit and talk about the what is it called, the prognosis, when they told you about that
diagnosis.
The diagnosis. There you go. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What was going through your mind? Because I know myself, I'm a freaking hypochondriac. Like I know that the technical term for hypochondriac means that like when it's starting to affect your life and you're making this shit up in your head, like you can actually make yourself sick, by the way. It's crazy. But like if the doctors told me and even mentioned the word of cancer or a hint of cancer, I'd be like, oh fuck, I'm dead. Like that's it.
Yeah.
Life's over. What do I do? Like I'd start making end of life plans. Tell me about the diagnosis, when they told you what they told you and how that affected you.
I think the diagnosis and everything going on, I can honestly say it affected everyone around me more than it affected me.
No shit.
Like the whole time I kept saying, like, I even told the doctor, I was like, he told me, and I was like, well, you know what's wrong, so let's try to fix it.
Wow.
Like I was just like, because like what's like
such a good attitude, by the way.
But like, what's the point of being mad about something I have no control over? You know what I mean? Like there was no point.
But there's got to be an element of fear in there. You've got to be terrified, right?
I mean, I was still alive. Like,
right, but
it had to be. I really wasn't like. There was. I did get to a point where I got scared.
Okay.
And.
So you're not above mortality fear.
No. Because but like I've always just been like, I guess like that, like
like you were saying.
I mean, like I can't. It's. There was a point where I was just like, I'd get so frustrated with like, I have no control. Like, I'm gonna be mad about this, but then I was like, I could be mad until forever, but that's never gonna fix it, and
I love that.
It's never gonna do anything. So why?
That's great.
So why hold on to it, and why let it affect me? Like
that's a really
why
good
let it bother
to
me? You know what I mean? Like
totally.
And I don't know. Just be grateful for what I got, and
dude, that's so awesome.
Like even during the entire time, I had this weird thing because like my family's very religious, and I grew up Catholic, but they were just like. every day they were like, we're praying for you to do this, we're praying, we're asking for this, we're asking for that. And I just was like, I'm like, why are you asking for things? I was like, so every morning I'd wake up and I'd just look up and I was like, hey, thanks for another day, man. Like, that's all I could say. Because, like, hey, I woke up. Thanks for another day.
That is so wild.
Because, like, I that's my thing with, like, religion and stuff. Everybody's always constantly, I feel like people ask for everything and nobody's just says, hey, thanks.
That's wild, dude.
Like
now, even as a non-religious person, I think that with the best intentions that they had, the prayer is sort of them just wishing positive energy on you in a way. So I don't see a problem with that, but I get what you're saying. Like, I get that it's all about help me, but it's never about, hey man, this is awesome that I'm being helped, that I've made it this far. Those things. And
what? Yeah, you're gonna get it.
Hey, no, that's cool, man. Puppy hair is welcome here.
But you're gonna, it's just but I appreciate everything, all the, like, everybody's thoughts, prayers, help, everything.
Sure.
And then so that was just like during that diagnosis, that's where I was at. And then
how did the doctor tell you, like, specifically?
He actually just walked in, and it was me and Patricia were there, and my sister and my mom. Those are the four of us. We were just there. Or I think my mom wasn't there. Can't remember. I was just, I think I was during that time, because you know how that started, dude. I had a bruise, like, because it was all internally bleeding.
Because you were bleeding. Jeez,
and like,
dude.
it was, I couldn't, like, you know when you touch a bruise that it hurts.
Yeah.
Like, that was a bruise that big, so I was like, I couldn't even, like, move. I was like, it hurt to breathe, and, like, so when they told me, I was just like, I was like,
fuck off, I don't care.
Right, yeah.
Just make this stop hurting.
yeah, like, but
bro, I'm the biggest baby, so if that happened to me, like, I'd be like, just shoot me now. This this sucks too bad.
It was I think it was the thing that was, like, affecting me, which I think I had a lot of other things, like, I was feeling it, you know what I mean? So, like, I think the words just didn't hit me. But like I said, like, nuts. I noticed, I was always aware of, I've just always been like an accommodating person. I don't know, like, or just want people to feel okay or comfortable. So, like,
sure,
I never wanted to, especially my mom and my sister, I just didn't want them to be, like, stressing out about it.
No, I get that.
And, like, and my partner at the time, I was just like, I just wanted them to be comfortable. Like, even, like, when the doctors come in, I'd be like, hey, can you bring, like, them some sodas or something, or some juice? Like, I wanted to, like, I don't know, they were taking their time. Like, I was like, you're wasting, they didn't feel like they were wasting their time, but I was like, I didn't want them to waste their time worrying. Like, that was just, I hated. I was like, don't worry. Like, even to this day, I'm like, I don't like people, like, worrying about me. I'm like, just.
Oh, and this is the topic that I chose to bring up on your podcast.
No worries. It's like, it's a good thing to hear, I guess.
I feel like it's super informative, and, like, you know, it happens every day, sad truth, and we're no closer to a cure than we were 10 years ago.
Yeah, so it's like, it's luck.
This is all good information for people to hear, and, you know, maybe things to look out for in the future, but you know, just always, like you said, trust the doctors. They're here for a reason. And I get the whole, like, put it in God's hands. Well, God made doctors, you know, so God made medicines and cures. He made those doctors to make those things, so maybe that's a hint, you know.
Yeah.
But
totally.
Okay, so they tell you guys you don't process it, but everybody else does, I assume?
Yeah. And then so they're like, okay, they give us, like, the whole plan, like, you got to do, we're going to start you on this regimen of chemo. We're going to do, like...
But they didn't necessarily be like, okay, we found leukemia and you have X amount of time to live. No. It was, not yet. We have leukemia and we're going to tackle it.
Yeah, okay. They're just going to attack it. So I was like, that's cool. So that's why I was just like, you know what's up, so let's a good diagnosis. Do what you got to do. And then, so...
Real quick, did this all take place in Santa Fe at, like, St. Vincent's?
Yeah, it was at St. Vincent's. Oh, yeah, shit. They were actually, their oncology department was, everybody, like, shits on that hospital. And I'm like, they were like, I'm gonna vouch for that. I'm like, shout out St. Vincent's, because like they took care of me. They took care of my family. They like, I was like, it was a
That's cool.
It was a good hospital. Like the oncology department was like, I'm like, anybody who's in that field, like I said, like they're you're not doing it. Like, come
right.
on, like.
That's a really good point. And this is not the first time that hospitals come up on this podcast, and this is the first time it's been a positive conversation about it. So I'm glad that I like that. That's really refreshing.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a excuse me. So they did this whole regimen, and they gave me they started doing chemo. Like I said, then they have to, after they give you chemo, they have to wait like 1 to 2 weeks to see. Then they test your blood and everything, and do all the tests to make sure, see if it's gone. And then so like after that first chemo, they were like, that didn't work, so we're gonna try a different chemo. And then so it's a whole another concoction.
Now the chemos, is it one treatment, or is it like a several treatments, and then they're like, okay, we're done with that one?
It's like it's a couple of treatments, and then they're like, okay, this one's not. I guess they analyze it and they see like what the certain medicines in that concoction are attacking or something, or affecting, and they're like, okay, this isn't working, so let's not use that, but we'll put this one in and administer it the next round. And
it's just IV injection, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And it's just going through your blood system. And
that's crazy. When I first heard about chemo, when I was younger, I just assumed that they were like putting you in a room and radiating the shit out of you or something.
Oh, that's another thing. That's a different thing. But I didn't do that till I went to Denver.
Oh, that's a real thing.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, I didn't know that.
I didn't do that till I went to Denver. So in Santa Fe, so I got to the point where after so many like different chemos, it wasn't they're like, this isn't working here, like they're like, and we don't have the facilities or like the medicines to treat you here, so you're gonna have to find another hospital. And they gave me a list of cancer hospitals all over the place, and they said they basically said they gave us a list, and there's all these like famous hospitals like in Houston and stuff like that. Sure, MD Anderson, I think that's like the number famous like cancer hospital.
Now, doesn't UNM have a pretty good program?
No.
Like, oh wow. Okay.
It's like there was like, I needed like a major, like
a level 1 trauma center.
Yeah, like I needed like a facility like that houses cancer, like works on cancer. Like have like cancer doctors that like are researching it and
specific to that disease.
And I saw the list, and I chose a list. Don't ever do this, but I chose my hospital based on accessibility to my family.
Well, okay, hold on. Why is that a bad thing?
Well, it's because if
it's on that list, it's got to be there for a reason, right?
Yeah. But you kind of want like, everyone shoots for the best, you know what I mean? Everyone's like, oh, I want the best one, like kind of like that, you know what I mean? Like that was my way of finding how it was easy for me to get there, like the most cost effective way, like
okay,
and so it was Denver. I ended up in Denver, University of Colorado, and before I went, they were like, you're gonna be there a while, like they suggested a few operations before I left to be ready. So what they did was they gave me a port, like they installed a port in like I have a scar here that goes here, and I have like a permanent hickey. I don't know if the cameras can see it.
Oh, I can see it.
Yeah, but it's and then so it goes there was a tube that went up here, and then they connected it to this ventricle here, this main artery, and so that way, like, and there was just 2 hoses sticking out of my chest. That way they could like inject blood and like do blood draws out of that, so they don't have to keep
puncturing you.
Yeah. And then because the spinal taps, because my body doesn't heal like normal people, like when you like cut yourself or whatnot, the spinal taps, they weren't like healing on the back of my body when they were like poking me. So they put this thing called an Omaya port in my head, and it was like this. So they drill through your skull, and then they put a tube between the hemispheres of your brain.
What the
so
fuck?
That the chemo can, and then there's a little dome. It's basically like a little dome with a straw at the bottom of it.
Okay.
Like a tube, and that's so they can just like poke a needle and put the chemo in that, Jesus, and it gets into the spinal column
through your brain,
through my head. But like it's not touching. It's like this. The tube was between my brain. So now when they healed that up, now I have like a metal plate in my head right there.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Does that affect you at airports and stuff?
No, you could. I think because it's titanium, they can see it in the. When you stand like that and it scans you, I think they can see that.
Wow.
But it's funny because there was a point where like when I could touch it and feel like the screws.
Holy shit!
And like there was a point where one was loose, and I was like, I literally got a screw loose in my head. You know what I mean? Like, but like you could like move it because like when it was healing.
Oh my god!
Because like the calcium builds up around it to like solidify it. You know what I mean? But there was a point where one was loose, so it was kind of yeah.
That's so funny. I've got a screw loose.
Yeah. But so I ended up after those operations, we ended up going to Denver, and my mom and my partner at the time, we went up, the three of us, and my mom was there every day, and she basically, her and my partner had gotten like an apartment across the street.
Oh wow!
Just to be there, and but my partner Patricia, she the reason I say she's the MVP is because we still had dogs at home, we still had an apartment at home here in Santa Fe, and so every week she would work Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then on Sunday night or Monday morning she'd fly back to Denver, and then on Thursday night or Friday morning she would fly back to Santa Fe. She did that for a year because we stayed in Denver. We were in Denver for a year,
dude.
And then so she did that every week nonstop.
Wow.
Like, she just did that, and then when she was in Denver, she stayed every single night and day at the hospital with me. She slept at the hospital. She just was there constantly.
So the apartment up there was redundant.
Yeah, she was like, it was basically there. My mom would like rest, and then if family went up, they'd have a place to like.
Oh, that's good.
To stop, like,
sure,
and chill, and yeah, like everybody helped my family. Like I'm grateful for everybody in our lives and everything, family, friends, like. They all helped me. They helped even like that's how come I've been at my current job for like so long, was because even like all the guys I worked with and all like even my bosses, like they still gave me like a monthly like small little check to help.
Wow.
And then all the guys like would get a commission for like selling computers, and they gave me their commission every single month.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's a bunch of cool people.
Yeah, dude. Like I commend.
Well, to be fair, I understand it. You're a good dude. Like I would gladly been part of that had I known you back then. Like that's super cool that there's so many people, because it's rare to find one of those people, much less many people.
Yeah, and it was just like, even my sister owns a karate school in Santa Fe. Her and her husband, and they did their first tournament as like a fundraiser for me. Like it was called like the Fight for Life. Like
dude,
and
that's
like
awesome.
Like the main head of like the franchise of that, he like donated like some stuff and like free like things, so like people would like join the tournament to like pay and everything, and like and like there was just a bunch of pictures from Santa Fe, like bake sales at the karate school, like fundraisers, and I was like, what? It was crazy. It was nuts. It was like I was grateful, you know what I mean? Like
that's so cool.
Like it's like I was just like, God, like it's nuts to experience that, like from people, like you're like, yeah, it was
like
just
all these people you don't know doing things.
That and then just I don't know, just grateful for the community. It's like people can be good, man. Like, there's people, like when people stop thinking about themselves and like others, it's like it's a different world, man. Like it's like
what a trip.
Yeah, it's so simple. It seems so simple to have like good lives, but yeah, but yeah. So I went to Denver. Met my doctor. He was this guy named Jonathan Gutman.
Okay.
That dude is the GOAT. Like for real. It's like he's so like low key, chill, and he took care of me. Like he did all the so he gave me this when I got there. The reason I had to go there is because St. Vincent's couldn't provide like this specific type of chemo, and it was basically, they called it like this bomb of chemo because it was a medicine, everything's ridiculous. It was $50,000 for this one dose of chemotherapy.
Jesus Christ.
They even had to go through my insurance and see if they would even cover it. And like, they were like, we'll give it to you as soon as we get the thumbs up from your insurance. And then this insurance was like, I mean, yeah, I guess you have to.
I guess.
I guess that's how I felt. Like, but I did it, and like, it was supposed to be, everyone kept on saying like, oh, you're young, you're still young, your body's like gonna recoup fast, and this is gonna work. I think you got a good chance. And like, they did this huge bomb, and it was like, but it took forever. It took like a month, like a month or like 2 months for the regimen to go on, and then so I'd always be like, any results, and they're like, not yet, like we don't have them yet, like we can't do anything yet. And it was just a lot of like waiting and
hurry up and wait.
Like, yeah, but it was just like, my only job the entire time was to eat, because I was thinned out. Like, I lost my hair, lost everything. Like, yeah, that was wild.
That's got to be hard though too, because I mean, I've heard that you have no appetite, that it takes your appetite away.
Yeah, it does. Like, they were trying to, and another thing is like, the hospital there, like, it was specialty. Like, I guess I was so sick that they couldn't, they had to put me in a room. I was like in a bubble.
Oh yeah.
So like, they only had filtered air coming in. I could only drink water and get ice from the nurses, because they had machines that filter the water, and they'd only give me filtered ice. And anything I ate had to be like.
And that's because of the risk of infection, right?
Yeah. And then
anything you ate. I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
Oh no, you're good. Everything I ate had to be like cooked to like well done. Like, I can eat anything fresh. Dude, I crave watermelon so bad, because watermelon's fresh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, fresh food, salad. Like, I wanted fresh food, and everything had to be cooked. Like yeah, it was like.
You couldn't eat raw vegetables and stuff? Why?
Because of the water that was
absorbed by the plant. Wow, no kidding.
And like, so like, basically cooking and frying it up was like cooking it out with that water.
Holy
it was
crap.
Like, it was a lot. So and then to not even have an appetite and have unlimited. But what was nice about the hospital, like in that place, was like, as long as it's cooked, you can have anything you want. They have ingredients down there, so you can even make your own. If you want something specific, they'll cook it up for you. But like, I never wanted to eat. They had to give me like, they even started scheduling like protein shakes to send me, like, because I don't know, I just couldn't eat. And then yeah, it was like, it was rough.
Forcing yourself to eat is gnarly. I've never been that sick. Like, knock on wood. You're a champ, bro. You're fucking crazy. But I've never been that sick, obviously. But even the times that I've gotten sick from, much lesser things and lost an appetite, like, it's crazy trying to force yourself to eat and knowing that you don't have anything in your stomach and you should be hungry, but you're like trying to put this food in your mouth and it's just not the same as when you have an appetite. That's gnarly.
Oh yeah, and then I lost all the taste for everything.
No kidding?
Yeah.
Oh, because of the chemo?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I just lost all, like, everything just tasted like plastic and metal. Like I didn't even like the smell. Like, I even had to have them stop bringing, because like hospital, they bring you like the plastic cover and everything. I used to have them stop doing that, and they brought it in like paper. They had to bring my food in paper plates and stuff like that, because I'd get so sick from the smell of that plastic, and
really,
yeah, I was all sensitive to that. It was weird.
That's why. Oh, so you lost your taste, but not your smell.
Yeah. But those, it's interesting though, because I never liked mustard before I got sick, and I didn't like onions before I got sick, but then because mustard and onions have such like a
strong flavor.
Strong flavor.
Yeah.
I I threw it on everything.
No kidding.
Just to taste.
Just to taste something.
Yeah, and then now those are like my favorites, dude.
No kidding.
Yeah, I throw onions on everything. I throw mustard on everything. Like, yeah.
That's so funny.
I used to not like mustard at all. Like, mustard was not my jam. And now I'm like, oh, mustard's the bomb. I try different kinds of mustards. It's funny.
So you were still waiting for results, and how long did it take before you finally got some results from that bomb?
I think it was finally in trying to just think of the timeline because it happened so fast. Like April. April. Maybe like at the beginning of May, they were like, I think it was like the end of April, they were like, hey, they were like, all this chemo is not working. That was the, like I said, that was like, how I said like nothing affected me. Like I wasn't scared about anything. And I think the one day the doctor came in, it was just me and my partner Patricia, and my mom was there for a while, and we just sent her back to Santa Fe to get some rest. And so it was just me and Patricia, and we were there, and the doctor came in and was like, so after this bomb of chemo and everything, nothing, it's not working. They were like, you have a couple options now. They were like, we could disconnect you right now and you can go home and you have about 6 months.
Oh, fuck.
Or we could do this procedure that's not been done before, and you might die, but we could try it. And I was like, but when I was looking at the doctor, like, you're the doctor, I'm like, all right, so let's just try it then. But like,
oh my God.
Well, like I was just like, all right, like, but
and
like
you decided there on the spot in seconds.
Yeah, I was just like, all right.
There was no discussion, no.
Well, if I was gonna die anyways, going home, like, why not just do it? But the thing that was crazy was like, I looked over at Patricia, she was in that chair, and like, I just saw her eyes, and I saw her face, and that was the first time I got scared. Like, I was like I think that was the first point, like, when it got like super real, because like she was like devastated. Like I was like, and I wasn't scared for like me and my life. I was scared. I was mad because it affected her, and because it was like,
that's such a weird.
I was mad because I was mad because she didn't need to be sad or mad for me. Like, I was so mad, and like, and then she that night, like, it was like late, and she's always slept on this like couch bed, and then that night she like laid like next to me on that hospital bed, and I was like, oh, I was just thinking, and I was like, that was the, I told you, dude, I never asked for anything the entire time. But that night, I had this like giant window, and I like sat there. I like sat up in the middle of the night, and I was like just looked outside in this window, and I was just like, I didn't know what I was doing, bro. I was like, I just like pushing, and I was like trying to push the cancer out of my body, and I was just like, I looked up, and I was like, dude, I haven't asked you for anything this whole fucking time. But for some reason, she still needs me around. So you gotta fix this shit now. And like, sorry,
bro, that is so fucking sad.
And I'm like, and I just like pushed it. I just pushed, and I was like, I'm gonna do whatever fucking I need to do to fix this, cause she doesn't need to be affected by this at all. And then so we proceeded, and and they were like, all right, like we're gonna do this, and she was just like, she's all, we got this. She's like, we're gonna do this, and so they, yeah, it was just like, it was just, that was the first time like I was like, I had to ask and be like, dude, I don't know who's up there or what, but you have to. It has to be.
That's so fucking intense, dude. Wow. Like, I get it though, because my first thought in that situation would not be like, I mean, in a way, selfishly, it would be part about me, but it'd be like, I'm going to lose time with my wife. That's not supposed to be this way. Like, this is, like, I'd be upset that I was being cut short. And in your circumstance, you had two options that were cutting you short. It was like short or shorter. And it surprises me that you're just like, let's go for the shorter. But I get it also because that one also had the potential to be the better outcome. So, first of all, damn, yeah. That's a crazy decision to have to make. But the fact that you came to it so quick and were just like full on, and she was there supporting you, like, that's wild, bro. Like that. This is crazy.
Yeah, she's awesome, and I just had to. I don't know. I just didn't want her. I don't know.
You were more concerned about her suffering than your own.
I think so, and I still feel that way sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just. I don't know. I feel like this. Something. Just like to make sure she's taken care of. I don't know why all the time. And then.
Well, I mean, she did a lot for you, so I get it. I get it.
And so we went through this procedure. Like they started a whole new regimen of chemo, whole different stuff, but then they also started radiation, and that was a whole. They had to give me X-rays, and they took X-rays of my lungs, and they made lead versions of my lungs, and then so that when I went to radiation, they put them on this like plexiglass clear thing, like with Velcro. So when I laid down on my side, as they give me radiation, those lead lung things like cover my lungs.
Oh, no shit. It was
interesting. Yeah, it's interesting to radiation. You don't think it's like it's everybody thinks it's like something being injected to you or something like that, but it's just basically like it's like so I was like in a bed across like this room, and like, you know how like let's say this is the radiation gun, and like this is my body, so like the further away you're from it, like it's just
the less intense
coating you with radiation. So like they're it's targeting my whole body, and you got to think of it. This is the doctor showed me. It was like a flashlight, and then when they need to target like radiation on a certain area, then they bring you under this machine, and then they
like spot shoot.
They spot shoot it like that. You know what I mean?
So it's linear. It hits linear.
Yeah.
That's crazy because I always pictured it being like air. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's all around, but.
Yeah. It's like but they just flash like this, just this thing of like radiation, and then they flip you over on your backside, like so they can radiate your back, and they're just like killing every like everything. Cell. Yeah, it's like.
And what is? Do you feel it while it's happening?
No, you feel it after, because it's like you're being cooked.
Oh.
It's like you're in a microwave. It's like you're just getting cooked. It's like. You definitely after you're feeling fine during the procedure, and then you walk out and you get to your room, you're just like
damn, that's
like
wild.
wasted. But like, and the thing that was crazy was I was always like, oh, this sucks, like this is horrible. But the thing that made me like the one of the craziest things was like every time it was my turn to go in, there was a little kid coming out from there.
Fuck.
And I'm like, I better not fucking be complaining when this little fucking guy is doing it, and he comes out like all kind of like happy, like
going to play.
yeah, and like I was just like, it was nuts. The radiation is no joke, and then because of radiation, I'm not unable to have like kids and stuff, but it's like the pros and cons here, you know what I mean?
Yeah, life versus reproduction. I mean, I'm gonna pick life too.
Yeah, it's but it was that was the whole thing, and then so they had to do this crazy bomb and radiation to kill everything down to zero, and then while they did that, they had to give me a bone marrow transplant.
Oh, what the fuck!
But because
it keeps getting better and better.
But the bone marrow transplant, like, what's crazy about transplants? People say like, oh, they do transplants all the time. To get a transplant at all, you have to have somebody that's genetically almost the same as you. Like all my brothers and sisters on both sides of my mom's and dad's sides of the family, they were like, oh yeah, we'll donate. And they're like, it won't work because you're half brothers and half sisters.
Oh, fuck.
I'm an only child between my mom and dad.
Same.
And so they were like, but I have 5 brothers and 3 sisters. You know what I mean? But they were like, you have to be full sibling. And then, but it was nuts because they ended up using 2 umbilical cords. They used stem cells.
No kidding.
Yeah. So what they did is they did.
So nobody had to like actually go through anything to help you.
No.
That's cool.
Yeah, and then what they did was when I was down to 0 and it was transplant day, they basically gave me 1 transplant with one of the stem cells, and then there's this thing called a graft versus host where your body starts fighting foreign objects.
Sure.
So while my body was distracted fighting one, they transplanted the other one, and that it was kind of like a sneak attack.
In the back door, yeah.
And they freaking and my body took that one, and so basically, my body took that. So and then that was the waiting game from there. Like, 'cause like you're basically being reborn, like freaking
as an adult,
like new. Yeah, it's like your body took over everything, and now 'cause like the radiation and the chemo, like everything is like down to 0. You're basically like this shell, and once they get that implant, your body starts growing like again, like starting new. But
what a trip!
What's crazy is they were like, your genetics are gonna change.
No shit. Because you're taking on somebody else's genetic material.
Yeah. Wow. Because it's from the core. My core freaking thing is like being rebuilt.
Wow.
And it was crazy. Yeah, I never had my hair used to be like coarse and like straight, and like when my hair started growing back again, it was like curly, and now I have like wave in my hair.
A trip.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. And then I tried to do one of those 23andMe's, and they were like, they sent it back once, and they sent me a new one. They're like, try again, and I did it again, and I sent it back, and they were like, here's your money back. You're a mutant.
You're related to everybody.
They were like, they couldn't figure it out. So I was like,
that's
interesting. So technically, I think I'm 14 years old now. Like, if you think about it, like,
that's crazy.
Like, yeah, like is it? Yeah, 14. Yeah.
Damn.
But the waiting game was crazy. Like, 'cause the spinal taps got worse because like they have to I have like little scars on my hips behind me. They literally like tap. Like, I remember there was one day that the doctor, he was literally on top of me, like with like almost like a wine bottle opener, a corkscrew, like going, and like as he was like drilling into like my hips, because they have to take a piece of the bone and like the core, and then they extract the fluid has to be clear, and if it's ever like gunky, there's some stuff going on. But like, it was like they're literally tapping you like a keg, like it's like just to pull out that, and then they show you a little thing, and you have a little core sample of your hip bone. It was nuts, and it was like, yeah,
dude. So, and all of these times, they didn't put you under or anything. You're just feeling all
those spinal taps. They don't put you under. They don't give you anything.
Why?
Because it's like you're numb. I remember in Santa Fe when they did it to me. I remember Javi would be at the front of the bed, and I was like on my stomach, and he was just holding my arms, like, and I had my arms around his waist, and I was like on my stomach, and he was just holding on to me, like, and I was just like squeezing him, and yeah.
God, that's awful, dude.
Yeah, Javi did a lot. He was always there. He even shaved his head too.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was funny.
I didn't know why, but now I know. That's interesting.
Got a picture one day, and he was just like, "Got you, dude." That dude's always, him and his brother.
Oh, he's a good dude.
Yeah, I love Bobby. They've always been there for me.
Damn it! I had a question and I don't remember now. Anyway,
yeah. So after a few months, they finally they came in. The doctor came in one day, and he's
real quick, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. Sorry to interrupt. But I remembered what I was going to ask. The when they said you were down to 0, on the after the chemo and the radiation and all that stuff. Now, is that 0 as far as your body's concerned on the cancer, or is that 0 on everything? Like you're damn near flatlining.
Yeah, because they were because even when they were they had to run me after they got me down to 0 and stuff like that. They had to pretty much. The doctor came in one day on his own, and he was just like, "Hey, they're gonna put you through the ringer tomorrow to make sure you can even do this." Like they basically make you do a little fitness test, and I'm already can't even barely walk.
Yeah.
And they make you do this they put you in a box and make you breathe heavy to make sure you can handle a little bit of stress on your body, or else they won't do the procedure at all.
Holy shit, dude!
And so he's all, it's up to you to. He basically before the day before he was it's up to you to
make it happen.
Yeah, they'll say no if you can't. So he's like I need you to try your hardest, and I was like, fucking, I'm gonna. I gave it everything, dude, to just get this thing done, and but they he was just. Yeah, he was a cool doctor, dude. He was
So it never got to the point where you had to be on life support or anything, right? You're still functional yourself.
Yeah.
So you weren't literally flatlined, but you were down close.
They were. It was it was to the point where they were having to give me my body wasn't making anything. They'd have to give me. I was getting blood transfusions all the time because my body wasn't even making blood because I was down to 0. They were giving me plasma because my body wasn't even making plasma. I was getting transfusions all the time. It was crazy.
And your nutrients were, I assume you wouldn't eat, so they had to probably.
But I was protein shakes like crazy. I hated them. I was drinking Ensures all the time.
Damn.
I was just trying to get anything. I would, one thing I'd eat all the time because it was cooked was spinach, just because.
Oh yeah.
It was just you could fry that up and.
Yeah.
And I was just trying to eat yeah, and it was
Gosh.
Yeah. Just drinking. I was drinking a lot of water, but water flushes you out, man. Whatever I was taking in was just coming out, and
right.
And it was annoying because I can never just use the restroom, take a piss. They had to measure. They had to I was a lab experiment. They had to measure everything going in and going out.
Damn.
The nurses had to write down everything I was eating, and then anytime I peed, I just peed in these little containers that had liters and stuff. And the nurses would dump it out. They'd mark it down, how much I let out. They test everything.
Wild. They're controlling every aspect of your life.
Yeah, it was crazy. And even when I said I would lived in a bubble for the longest time because I was down to 0 of everything, people who came to visit were suiting up in clean rooms. They were washing up. They were wearing full body things
that's crazy.
Hair nets, face masks, everything. They had to wear rubber gloves just to be around me. I was so I was radiated to the point where they almost didn't want people in all the time.
Take your radiation out of there with.
Yeah.
Damn, that's wild, dude.
It was pretty. Yeah, it's a lot that.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And trying to fix this stuff, it was yeah, it was.
Okay, so after all of that craziness, when do things start getting better?
So after that, the transplant and everything, I was just they still had to give a couple doses of chemo.
Oh God, you're still getting it.
Yeah, because it's they got to give your body time to grow and whatever. They're just cleaning out remnants. There's just final cleans and stuff like that. By the way, that chemo, they'd give me chemo through here,
through tubes,
and I was just but the days that they had to do the chemo here, through the Omaya part, those were I think those are hands down the worst days, because I remember I'd sit there with a bucket, like sit up, because like immediately once you feel it, like your body gets hot, and I was just like getting sick. But like I remember my mom and Patricia, they'd just be like in front of me with like magazines, and as soon as they start administering it, they're just like fanning me like crazy, like because like I'm overheating. You instantly overheat your body's going in a hyperdrive just to try to be like
to fight it.
What the fuck is in you?
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
I mean? And it's like, it was freaking wild. I don't know. It was like that. I hated that days, and those days were just like they just knew I was gonna be out like the majority of the day. Like
yeah,
they
sure.
did it in the morning. I was just like, I was done all day. But other than that, but I lived there so long, like in that hospital. I even got to a point where I was like, I had to send. They had like a little 19-inch TV in the room, like on like the ceiling, and I was like, this is stupid. So I had to send my mom and my partner to like Best Buy, and they bought like I had them buy me a TV, and they brought me an Xbox. So they brought my Xbox, so like I had a.
So you had something to occupy your time.
To do, but it was even then like I didn't even want to. Like, it was like you didn't want to do anything. It was like...
I get it.
Like, there was... Even when I first got admitted to the hospital, like, in Santa Fe, like, I didn't want the TV on. I didn't want anything on. I couldn't handle the stimulation. And,
no kidding.
Yeah, it was just like...
Was it because of the thought process or physically you couldn't...
No, I just, like... It's just, like... I think physically, like, it was, like... It would, like, kind of get me sick to be hearing, like, all kinds of stuff. And
oh, wow.
Yeah, it was...
Dude, that's a trip.
It was weird. It was, like... It was affecting, like... My vision. Like, I didn't want to, like, look at stuff. And, like, I don't know. It was, like... But it did eventually, like the guys at the office, they got me a Kindle.
Oh, that's
I loaded
cool.
up a bunch of books, so I was just...
Oh, that's cool.
I read as much as I could, and...
Nice.
And it was like... I would use that, but yeah, like the stimulation and stuff like that was kind of getting to me.
So, again, when did we get to the point where things were starting to get better?
I think
you were saying after the second rounds of chemo.
Yeah, after like all that happened after the transplant, the doctor came in. I think it was like May, like end of May, and was just like, I think it's not growing back. It's like it looks good so far.
Holy shit!
We're gonna have to test still, like to make sure, like So while I was there, like. I lived at the hospital for a little while, like, and then they just did the daily test, and I started getting my strength back, started being able to eat, started like my hair started growing back a little bit, and then but what was crazy was they let me after a certain amount of time they let me leave the hospital, and I got to go to live at the apartment across the street, and that was a whole experience in itself because like I was still had to go to the hospital every day for like the chemo treatments and like some medications they'd give me through like the IV and everything, and infusions. That's what I was saying. And they things were starting to look good. They tested and everything was good, so they turned it into like I had to go to the hospital like every 2 weeks. Or twice a week, and then because it was every day for a minute, and then I got to a point where it was like once a week, and then I got to the point where my mom we could pick up prescriptions, and my mom and Patricia could give me the IV at home.
Oh wow!
Like, through the port.
Yeah.
They showed them how to clean it out and stuff like that, and then but what was wild was I was in bed, like in hospital ridden for so long that like there was one day where my car didn't start, so we had to walk across the street. And like the light, we were walking, and I wasn't used to walking a lot yet. And I didn't snap that you have like everyday like walking muscles, and then you have like your fast twitch muscles. Uh-huh. They're two different muscles. So like the hand like went like red, and I was like, oh. So we were like, let's go. And like when I turned those muscles on, I just like crumbled to the floor in the street. They just like get up, and I was like, oh shit! Like it was weird because those muscles didn't exist anymore.
That's crazy.
It was crazy. Like getting out of the hospital, it was like learning everything because like it like when I say down to zero, you lose muscle mass. I lost, like I said, I was 270. It was like the gym was off like my favorite place. Like I was like I could curl 50 like dumbbells like pretty easy, and then when I got to the apartment, I went to go serve myself cereal. I had to call my mom to serve me because I was struggling to pour the gallon of milk.
Damn.
Like, it was gnarly. Like, yeah, it was
Did your appetite come back like almost immediately, or how did that work?
It was slow, like, cause I started with my mom would make me like 2 fried eggs in the morning, and I was like, all right, like pepper was like key.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, and then it was like it came back, and then I started wanting to eat more stuff, and then like for a minute there, it was like I couldn't have any sugar.
No kidding.
Because it got in my head for a minute, because like one of the nurses was like, you should avoid sugar for a while. You should always avoid sugar if you can, because that's the one thing that in cancer cells, they test with cancer cells, and like when they put sugar on a cancer cells, it like just grew.
Holy
like,
shit!
Super
really?
fast, yeah. So sugar is like only helping it. You know what I mean?
Damn.
So like, yeah, it's crazy. You don't then think about like the more you know, right? Dun, 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 dun. It's like, yeah, it's like it's wild. Like, just learn a lot during this process, and
that's cool.
Yeah, just coming back to reality and life. And
now, how from the time of symptom beginning to when you're out of the hospital and things are better, what's that time frame?
So like end of January, like we're starting to get a lot of like testing done, a lot more testing, and then probably like October, November. So it was like a year.
Damn.
Yeah, so it went fast and hard, like in
full year of hell.
Yeah. Then
what year was that?
It was 2011.
Oh geez. So I met you not long after that then.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
And what's crazy is that's like I said, that was the year I turned 27, and one of the nurses was like, this is your event. And I was all, what? And she's all, for some reason, she's all, I don't know if it's a thing, but it's something I noticed. Club. She's all, your most like life-changing or memorable thing happens when you turn 27.
Well, I mean, the 27 Club's
yeah.
You've heard of that before, right?
No.
The 27 Club is like a mass amount of celebrities, musicians, actors who all died at the age of 27.
Mm.
Like it's a big group.
Wow.
Like Jimi Hendrix, what's that one girl? I don't know. There's a lot of them. It's a big list.
That's interesting. Yeah.
And it's all 27. It's the 27 Club. Look it up. It's really interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. But yeah, that's what she said. The nurse was like, yeah, this is like, she's all, most like life-changing things in people's lives happen when they're 27.
That's a trip.
And I was like, that's interesting. And I even, yeah, like, I asked him, I was like, how old are you? I was like, I always ask people, like, what happened to you? Do you remember anything significant when you were 27? And they're like, do you remember anything?
I don't. I mean, I'd have to think about it, but yeah. I don't think so.
Like something significant, maybe something happened, and I don't know.
I'm gonna think about it now because that's a trip. I wanna know if maybe something did happen that I don't remember, or maybe I was just like super oblivious to it. But
how old were you when you got married?
Old. That was in 2015. So.
Oh.
Let's see. That was 10 years ago. 33.
Nice. Yeah.
I don't think anything major happened when I was 27, but I'm curious.
But I always ask people. I'm like,
no, that's a cool question. I'm gonna start asking that on here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna steal that from you.
Yeah. By all means, like, it's a good thing. Like, yeah.
So, what does life look like now? Post these past 14 years. What like has changed, and what are you still doing? What are you not doing? What it's got back to normal?
I guess it's just I always try to like I have a buddy that he's on our life meetings. He's like, because I'm always like, oh, I gotta go do this, I gotta do that. He's like, you're gonna go nail yourself to a cross now. He's always giving me shit. He's like, you need to chill out sometimes. And, I was just like, I guess I just feel like people need stuff, and I can help. Like, I'm happy to help, or any way I can. Just because like I'm just grateful that anybody, and that anybody was there for me and my family and helped me, and so I just try to be there for the people around me. You know what I mean? That's all you can do in this life.
Yeah.
And I just try to be grateful. And like anytime like I do have like hard days or like somebody makes me upset or anything, I'm like, just things could always be worse. Like I feel like
you've lived that.
Yeah,
you have the right to say it.
Yeah, and I don't even like. I would have never. I always say like I wouldn't wish that experience on my worst enemy, and try not to even have enemies. You know what I mean? Like.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I still get mad and people upset me and like you don't think about it, but like at the end of the day, like take a deep breath and just like grateful, man. Like.
Well, but on that note, like, do you have any scares as far as the cancer is concerned? Do you ever worry about it coming back? Like, what do you do to prevent that?
Well, so
stuff like that.
So now, like on the medical front, like because of all that chemo and stuff, it's like I have stage 3 chronic kidney disease now.
Oh wow!
Because it felt like your kidneys and liver filter a bunch of stuff.
Right.
So, it's also like age. So like I can't eat things. I gotta watch certain things.
So you have a specific diet.
Yeah. I can't eat red meat anymore. Things like that.
So what, just chicken and fish?
Chicken, and I'm not a huge fan of fish, but like fish when I if it's like fish and chips or something, I'll eat fish.
Sure.
But I'm not like too much of a fan of fish. But yeah, things like that, like just
stay away from sugars.
Yeah, actually, that's my problem. Is like, dude, like I love cake, dude. Like, cake,
hey,
cake.
Dude, every bitch loves cake. I myself love cake.
God, it's like I have a sweet tooth, and my mom's always like, she knows if there's like donuts or something, I'm like, in my face, like, I love sweets, and then
it's hard not to.
Yeah.
You're kind of weird if you don't.
Yeah, and yeah, but that's mostly like the. I get like I go see like my nephrologist. It's a kidney doctor. Every 3 months, she keeps me on track. My kidneys run at like 30%.
Damn.
But like that's fine. They're doing what they got to do. I take
care of them.
Ton of medications and just like maintain them. Try to like run every morning. Like.
Is there ever a thought of maybe getting a transplant of kidney?
So I'm in stage 3. And if I ever get to stage 4, then I have to get dialysis. And once you're there, then they'll put you like
on the list.
On the list. But as of right now, like
you're doing okay.
If they're running and working, like that's just what you.
Even at 30%, that's plenty.
Yeah, like it's enough to function like the way they need to be.
And you seem pretty responsible when you're taking care of it. So
when I say 30%, it's just like this is like my kidney and like this is all scarred and messed up, but this part is like working. So like I'm gonna do my best to like
take care of that.
Keep that part
sure.
Like nice, you know what I mean?
Nice.
Yeah, and it's just like it's still doing what it's got to do, and then I go once a year to go see my cancer doctor, and she just does blood work, and they just make sure levels like are. It's basically just getting your annual checkups and like everybody.
But you haven't had any scares or anything in the time?
No.
That's awesome.
No. So it's been since 2011. So like I said, 14 years. 14? Is that 14 years? Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just
that's awesome.
Just living, and it's fun because like Patricia always like tells me like my second birthday. She's the only one that ever says happy birthday.
That's cool.
Like on my transplant day.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You got 2 birthdays. I'm jealous.
Yeah. No, it's a good time.
Well, that's freaking awesome, and I love that. That's all super. You took me on an emotional roller coaster there. That was wild.
Nice.
What a hell of a story.
Thanks, man.
And I admire you for your strength and courage, and you have such a good positive attitude. It's no wonder people want to be around you.
Thanks, man.
No, absolutely. Thank you so much for coming down and do this.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Is there any other stuff now, real quick, before I say this at almost every episode I've recorded, but I absolutely want to do another episode with you because we didn't talk about anything other than your cancer. So like, anytime. You've also got another interesting story outside of the cancer that I'd like to hear too. So, but that being said, again, thank you for being vulnerable about it, all this, and being so honest and open. That's a fucking hell of a story, dude.
Yeah, man, no problem. Glad you appreciate you reaching out.
Of course, man.
See you in a minute.
Is there? Oh, I know, it's nice to see you again.
Yeah.
Is there any other shout outs you want to do or any other promotions you want to?
No, just this is MJ. Everybody
follow MJ on Instagram.
MJ's awesome. She's a good girl.
She is a good girl. What a sweetheart. Thank you guys for coming down, and I'm so glad I got to meet her. This is awesome.
Yeah, thanks for having her.
On that note, this has been another episode. You guys know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe. Go check out all his stuff. Go check out everybody's stuff. And we'll see you next week on another one. Bye-bye.